Welcome back. So is it over? Is the Bitcoin bull run over? Is the crypto altcoin season over? Are stocks over? Is everything over? Because today it feels like it is, right? It feels like everything's over. It's all gonna come crashing down. So let's discuss. First things first, everything went down today. Okay, it wasn't just a Bitcoin and crypto sell off. Stocks went down, worst day in a month. Nvidia went down like 5%. Almost every AI play, Palantir, and then Broadcom, AMD, you name it, every single one sold off. Every single crypto related stock sold off. And of course, Bitcoin and crypto also sold off. Right now, Bitcoin is sitting at 99,000 and we were as low as 98. And I think we touched about 97 briefly. And you could see, not too good, right? So it's one of those days where you're like, man, I just want to give up. I just want to give up. It's not going to get any better. And then this also came out. Just when we thought the December rate cut was already baked in or already like solidified, remember what Powell said? Don't be so sure. If you look at the December rate cut now, or the percentage of a rate cut, it's now 50-50. 50-50. So, yeah, this also has traders scared, right? Now that the government shutdown is over, which should have been a catalyst, and people are like, okay, what's next, right? What about rate cuts? Well, now it's not even guaranteed that we're going to get one in December. So what the F is going on? Everyone is selling off everything irrationally, and everyone's fearful, and that's the bottom line, right? That's why Bitcoin is below 100,000 right now. Like, WTF? Is it that bad? Well, what's next? What's next? If everything's selling off, what's next? Okay, well, here's the thing. Raoul Paul says what's next is TGA spending. Okay, that is what's going to happen soon, and that should significantly add liquidity and should persist for several months. What is the TGA, in case you're wondering? It is the Treasury General Account. It is one of those accounts that the Treasury has, and they use it to give back to the economy, like to other banks and markets and so forth. This was one of the things that was held back because of the government shutdown, right? And this is now sitting at 1 trillion. 1 trillion. So what's probably going to happen is Trump and the White House and everyone else and the Treasury, obviously, they're looking at, okay, things aren't looking so good. We need a boost, especially now that we're going to start getting economic numbers and they're bad. We need a boost. We need some kind of catalyst because what else is there, right? The trade war with China seems to have concluded. Now the government shutdown's concluded, but we're not going to get another rate cut. And even if we do, it's kind of priced in. What can we do? It seems like this may be that saving grace, putting that $1 trillion to work. Okay. Now, have we seen something like this happen before? Yes. Well, now I got to back out. This is what happened with Bitcoin after government shutdowns. And if you look at it, it just happens to correlate with the last two cycles, including this cycle. Look at that one in 2013. Boom. What happened in 2019? Boom. And what may be happening now? And during the government shutdowns, we always have the same story, right? A lot of fear, a lot of uncertainty, TGA accounts, being withheld, a lot of government workers off, markets selling off. But a lot of times, when it's very scary like this, that's actually a bottom indicator. Just like 2013, 2019, and right here, possibly in 2025. Here's something else. Bitcoin is about to hit a death cross, or form a death cross, I should say. The last 3 times Bitcoin formed a death cross, it wasn't immediate, but you can see death cross, and then a little bit afterwards, boom. Death cross, a little bit, boom. Death cross, boom. We're about to form that death cross today. So this is also a pretty good bottom indicator. Whenever we have massive panic, massive selling off, that's usually a good indicator that that is bottom. Same thing, according to this trader. Okay? Death cross will tick tomorrow, and the last time, actually every single time it's happened, it marked the local bottom. But doesn't mean that the bottom is tomorrow. It's probably the next 7 days, 7, 8 days. Kind of like this. Like I said, it doesn't always happen immediately. Okay? Now, besides all this, and you may not believe any of this, you're like, oh, well, I don't care about a death cross. I don't care about bottoms. I don't care about any of this. Is the cycle over? Okay? Did the top already pass? Okay? So I was thinking hard about this, and I even consulted ChatGPT. I'm like, what do you think about the current cycle? Is the current cycle over? Is the 4-year cycle over? And did we already miss the top in altcoin season? And I actually got some insightful answers from ChatGPT. First things first is, ChatGPT says, you know what? One of the big reasons why it doesn't think the cycle's over is because usually bubble tops end with a lot of euphoria. People FOMOing in. People talking about buying Lambos. Okay? People showing off how much money they have. That hasn't happened this cycle. So normally speaking, bubble tops end with a lot of FOMO. Has there been a lot of FOMO this cycle? No. None whatsoever. But because of this, ChatGPT actually makes a good point that it doesn't think that the cycle top has been made. And if you think about it, that's true, because every single cycle top, you have all these guys, right? And then memes start blowing up, all these alts going up, altcoin season happens. We haven't had altcoin season. We haven't had a lot of people show off like, oh, how much money I made. The FOMO certainly didn't hit, so that's a good reason. Another thing that I said that was pretty insightful is the fact that every single cycle now, it's a little bit different. Things are being elongated because obviously the market's bigger and you need more money, okay, to move things. So it doesn't think that this cycle is going to end in December and then we go into crypto winter. No. In fact, ChatGPT thinks that we're going to have a prolonged cycle, elongated, right? And if we don't move in the next 1 to 3 months, that doesn't mean that things are over. That we will just continue forward in 2026, and there are still other things to look forward to in 2026, but it does not think that the cycle needs to be over in 2025 in December, especially with all the institutions. It even stated that. It stated that how the institutions are here and how ETF inflows, if it turns around for just one solid week, will make a huge difference. And we still have other things to look forward to, like rate cuts in 2026. But, basically it told me that it doesn't think that the cycle is going to be over, even if the next 1 to 3 months are bad. So ChatGPT actually said some insightful things. And I agree with it. And that's why I still remain bullish. Even though today sucks. Okay, I'm not going to dance around it. I'm not going to hide it. I didn't even check my portfolio. It's not a good day to check it. Everything's going to be down. My stock portfolio, I'm sure, is down vastly today. Same thing with my crypto portfolio. But it does not matter. because I believe that we will recover and move forward. Even though I don't like what I'm saying. I don't like how Wall Street and everyone is mass panicking right now and selling off everything. I don't like it. Not one bit. I feel like everyone is being irrational right now. Okay? But we have seen periods like this before. We have recovered before. And I do think everything I've shown you, okay, including these bottom signals and just, from a top level perspective, do we get a FOMO stage, right? Do we get an altcoin season stage? Do we have a lot of people bragging about how much money they made? No. So it actually makes me feel like ChatGPT is right. We may have a elongated cycle and continue forward. And I've said that too, how that's a real possibility. Okay. So is it all over? My answer is no. I don't believe it is, but we just have to stay patient. Okay? That's pretty much it. Hopefully this helps. All right? Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see some of you guys on my other channel tonight. I'll be playing some Clash, and Clash is holding extremely strong today, despite everything. For the rest of you guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll see what Friday brings. All right? Take care, guys. Bye-bye.